One of the most important pieces of equipment in any analytical laboratory is the analytical balance. It provides an opportunity for obtaining highly accurate and precise measurements if you care for it and use it properly. It is important that you keep the area around the balance clean and remove any materials that you bring to the balance shelf after you are done. Use the balance that you are assigned so that if there is a problem, then we will know who might be affected and we can take the proper action. In order to operate correctly, the balance must be perfectly level. In the back of the instrument, there is a bubble gauge. You can adjust the level to put the bubble in the center of the gauge by raising or lowering the feet on either side of the front of the balance. Small amounts of moisture collect on objects, especially powdered materials. The amount of moisture can vary from sample to sample depending upon its history and the local environment. Generally, we dry our samples and our standard materials in an oven. Hot objects will not weigh accurately, so we put them into a desiccator where they can remain dry while cooling to room temperature. The problem with weighing hot objects can be attributed to a buoyancy effect. The atmosphere in contact with the hot object warms and rises. Colder air from below moves in to take its place, causing a net upward lift on the object, making it appear lighter. If the balance seems to be drifting as you are weighing a sample, this may be the problem. Allow it to cool a bit longer in your desiccator and try again. Our balances can weigh to the nearest tenth of a milligram. The maximum mass that we can weigh on our balances is slightly over 100 grams. This is less than the mass of many beakers and flasks into which we might want to put a weighed quantity. In these cases, we will weigh by difference. If the balance has been turned off or the display is not zero when the pan is empty, then press the long bar on the left side. Use the brush that was provided to sweep off the area around the pan and the pan itself. When you're done, clean up any mess so that the next person will have a clean pan to start with. Sometimes fingerprints are weighable. This is not always the case, but a piece of paper around the object you're weighing is a good precaution. To weigh by difference, we start by weighing the dry sample or standard in a weighing bottle and recording the mass. In this example, we're interested in delivering some of this material to a titration flask that is otherwise too heavy to weigh directly on the balance. We insert a scoop into the powder while holding both the weighing bottle and the scoop directly over the container that we want to deliver to. Then we move the bottle away from the scoop rather than the other way around. In this way, if we happen to spill, the chances are that the material will fall into the open container. We also want to make sure every speck of material on the scoop gets delivered to the target container. Finally, we weigh the bottle and the residual material and record the new mass. The difference in the mass was the amount that was delivered to our target container. Here's how we calibrate the balance for accuracy. We press the button on the far right until the display reads Cal. When the instrument flashes 100, a very carefully maintained 100-gram standard is placed on the center of the balance. When the display flashes 0, the standard is removed from the balance and it returns to 0 on the display. This completes the calibration. Once again, your instructor will do this so that you do not have to do this.